Cool. So you already know this, but you are here because you are a coordinator, a coach, a director, or something else that we call a leader of leaders. So you lead the people who do the leading. I'm going to argue that in the future we should call that one thing, but we won't solve that problem tonight. So in the future, hopefully we'll just have one term for all of that, but I'll pick that fight later. So that is why you are here, and we wanted to start doing it this way. A few months ago, we realized you guys were all having your area-specific ministry meetings, usually on Sunday nights, I think, and they were just all separate and different. And I think one night Alan was saying he was up here and there were 3 or 4 or 5 different area ministry meetings going on, all with food, and all of the different rooms were booked up. And he just said, why are we not eating together? Like, this would be a great time for us to all hang out. And so we thought, let's just combine those. You guys will still get to do your area specific ministry time to talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about, but then we get the benefit of all getting to be together, to have a meal, more quality time together, and then hopefully it's not adding something to your schedule, but it'll allow us to get quality time together, to do a little bit of training all together, and then you'll have your regular meeting after that. So that's what this is. We'll meet together for our ministry area, but first we'll start together and do some leadership development, and then we'll break up, and you've even got a map on the back of your sheet that'll show you where that you need to go. So all I want to do is explain the training portion for tonight. We won't actually do any training. I'll just explain what we're doing there. So it has been said by us that 80% of ministry leadership is transferable. 20% of ministry leadership is for your specific area of ministry, things like policies and procedures for Kidtown, or things like how to handle crisis situations in life groups. Those are specific to your ministry area, but 80%, we believe, is transferable. It's skills, it's knowledge, it's competency that if you have it, it'll transfer to whatever you're doing wherever you go as a leader. And so what we want to do during this time that we have after we eat and before we break off is to cover some of that 80% that we think applies to all leaders everywhere, no matter what you're doing. And when you break off into your ministry area, you'll talk about the 20% that only applies to you in that particular leadership role that's specific to that ministry. And so for this 80%, I got you a sheet there. It sounds like my voice is awful in this microphone. Is it just me where I'm standing? Okay, all right, it's fine. If I sound weird to me, I don't care. So on that sheet, you've got these different categories of topics that we are planning to cover. We basically picked some of the most controversial things that Christians love to argue about and decided we would do some training on those. These are things that we would say are pretty foundational. And honestly, I think you guys would probably already know pretty much what we're going to say when we teach things. What I want to be able to do is give them to you in such a way that you're able to now, if someone else has a question or if you see a problem, you're able to deliver that information to them so that all of us as a leadership, our level gets raised and we're all on the same team and we know where we stand on all these different issues. So you can look over those. What we're going to do is each month we'll pick one of these and we'll spend 15 to 30 minutes, depending on who's teaching, going over that one thing. So this is a 3-year training plan for you. We've got it mapped out. We won't go in any sort of sequential order. We'll bounce around a little bit, and we reserve the right to change them as we go, and I'm sure that we will. But I just want you to see this is pretty comprehensive, and it's got some good topics on there for us to cover. The main thing that I would want you to see as you look at this is for you to see that we're really committed to you guys, to your growth, to your development. We know how hard you are working in your leadership role, and we know all that you are pouring in, and we want to make sure that as staff and leaders and pastors that we are helping you and encouraging you and making sure that you sense that you are equipped, and we want you to continue to grow and develop as spiritual leaders. And I'm even thinking about it. So I'm 36 right now. I'll be 37 next month. I have no idea how much longer God will give me. The math says I've probably got about 30 more years, give or take, to do ministry. And I would love it if 30 years from now we are looking around the room and it's a lot of us who are still here and we did it together for 30 years. I want you to love the way that you're serving. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to get all sorts of meaning and purpose out of the role that you're in. I want you to see that you're a part of something bigger than you. I want you to sense that you're involved in the kingdom of God, that it's the most important thing on the planet is people meeting Jesus and putting their faith and trust in Jesus. And I want you to make it over the long haul. And I don't mean like love it, because I don't mean superficially love it. Leading is never easy. Like, there's going to be all kinds of challenges. It's always a sacrifice to lead, but I want there to be a joy in what you're doing. And so I know that part of that comes from sensing that you're equipped and you're competent. I love doing things that I'm good at. I don't know if you're like that. If I'm not good at something, all of a sudden it's not fun anymore. But if I'm good at it, I enjoy it, and I lean towards being able to do it more. And so we want to just do some training, making sure that you sense that you're equipped, that you're good at doing the things that God's given you to do. And that's part of how we joyfully persevere in leadership. So I hope that on these times once a month on Sunday evenings, you'll get to see that we're in this together. It's not just your ministry area that you're a part of, but we are all on the same team working towards a common goal together. I hope we'll have good quality time over meals. And I hope that you'll receive all of this as an expression of our appreciation for you. We're grateful for you guys. I hope that you'll receive this as a kind of a thank you to you guys. I hope that you'll receive it as us wanting to see you grow. I hope you'll receive all of this as a way of us saying we like you. We like getting to serve with you, and any excuse we can get for a big meal together as one family, we're always going to opt for that because we like you guys, and I hope you'll receive it as a sign of our commitment to you. So next month, we'll get started on that training. I'll just pick one, and we'll probably rotate through who teaches them, and we're going to video these so that if you miss one, you can catch it later, and hopefully these will become training components that we can use in different ways into the future. And so hopefully that gives you a little bit of a vision of what we're trying to do. Mostly, I just want you guys to know how appreciated you are, and part of the way that we express gratitude is with food and with training. And so please let that be your love language if it wasn't already, because we are trying to say we love you and we care about you, and we're glad to be in this with you, and we hope that you'll be sustainably competent and equipped and trained on into the future because of this stuff. So Tim is going to now walk us through how we're doing our breakouts. And this, what we're doing tonight will basically be our model schedule for every time henceforth and forevermore, as long as we decide we want to do this meeting.